Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever everyone is. I am Marius Historicus, your local time loss history lecturer, and today we're going to be doing something a little different from the norm. We're actually going to be playing a flight simulator game, which I'm not the best at. So it's going to be a little bit of a work in progress. The only game I've really played like this before is Project Wingman, but I have been seeing all of the promo materials for Ace Combat 8 Wings of Thief, and I am super excited about it. For those of you who don't know, my current job is in a very maritime dominated environment. So I've become a much bigger appreciator of aircraft carriers and all of the wonderful capabilities they can bring to bear upon a problem set. And to see a game set primarily as a carrier pilot is pretty cool. So I figured, okay, let's play the last Ace Combat game. So at least I have an understanding of, a little bit of the universe and whatnot. And it seems like this is I wouldn't say this is the biggest game, right? But it is definitely going to be entertaining to watch and figure out as we go along. So without further ado, let me just double check, make sure that everything is good to go here. Because, yep, my microphone is on. Desktop audio is not because I don't want the game leaking through right now. Let's see, what else, what else, what else? All right, it's on this correct window. Now to maneuver myself into a spot where everything can be seen. Was it, is it 8? Or is it 9? There we go. Oh, that is a super small game window. That is not going to fly. We're going to fix that. There we go. That should do everything that we need to do right now. So without further ado, let's get into this thing. It's the enter key. And if the game is drowning me out, please do not uh, hesitate to let me know because I want to actually have everyone hear me right now. Here we go. Yes, we're going to agree. Yes, we're going to agree to this. Ooh. Yeah. We're going to go with standard. I am not, in by any way, shape, or form, a pilot. So we're not going to do that. Yes, I want English voiceover. Subtitles, also English. Okay. Yes, we're going to be doing a new game. So we're just going to start off because I've never, you know, I don't really know the controls. So we're going to do this. We're going to make sure that I actually know what's going on. And then we can always start a new game on the normal difficulty setting. Because Again, only thing I played is Project Wingman, and that's probably not a one-to-one map of all the commands. Reduce the damage from contact with terrain under certain conditions. This setting can be changed at any time in the options menu. Funny, usually you hit the ground, things go wrong very quickly.
Does the color of the sky mean anything special to you? It does to me. A hell of a lot. When I close my eyes, the sky in my dreams is a deep, dark blue. Pilots have been in my family for 4 generations. Flying's in my DNA. Even so, my grandpa didn't want me joining the Air Force. He lost faith in the Ocean Air Defense the day my dad died in battle.
You know, Abby, I wish you could see what it's like up there. Cruising above the clouds, the dark blue of the stratosphere. Nothing beats being at the controls and seeing it from the cockpit. Look here.
Gramps tossed a magazine over to me with an article. Unmanned fighters are no longer a dream, it read. Pilots taking to the skies will soon be a distant memory.
I don't see anything good coming from that.
Know what? Lying smack dab in the middle of the desert west of here, there's a bunch of planes from the last war. Some of them have been mothballed, but most of them are just rusted piles of junk waiting to be scrapped. Gramps was really good friends with the super there, so he got to take whatever he wanted, no questions asked. That's how we got the parts to build our own plane. Now, when I say we, I mean me, my grandpa, and his old war buddies. I cut my teeth working with those geezers. They taught me their skills and some dirty jokes. But with their aging eyeballs and whatnot, I ended up having to do most of the work myself. I was at the airstrip doing some flight training when I saw it. A prototype drone. It wasn't much of a plane, more of a trash can with wings.
Oh god, that's like a
That's what
hunter
it always
drone.
want, kid. But technology's always changing. If you don't keep up with it, it'll leave your ass behind.
It took 6 years and 8 months to get that engine running. And it took us another year and a half after that to finally get the balance of the airframe just right. I'd gone from being a little girl to, well, still a girl, just older. But now, I was all alone. Wherever the souls of my Gramps and his pals are flying, I hope it's peaceful.
Mhm.
Then, finally, I was ready to break the sound barrier. All this plane could do was take off, accelerate, and fly up.
F-104, interesting choice. Oh goodness. All the FOD damage.
So, I flew up.
Zoom and boom.
Straight up, through the clouds, high up into the sky. Dark blue. I could almost touch it. Then I saw OCS fighters. They were tailing something. A drone. They were going full out chasing that thing. Doing 30 Gs at least. Damn, I've never seen anything move that fast. It had a rose painted on it. The Erusian emblem. But that country's a whole continent away from here.
Right. You should have been wearing a F-16, this piece of junk. Should have built a return too.
Crap. Oh crap.
Is everyone here? Settle down. I said settle down. You have all been instrumental in helping to maintain peace in Yusia as members of the International Union Peacekeeping Force. Until today. Earlier, our radar site informed us that a group of unidentified aircraft was approaching. Communication systems went down immediately afterwards. We are led to conclude that they have attacked the site. Here's your mission. It's possible that the Yusian ceasefire agreement has been broken for the first time in over a decade. As of today, the Fort Gray's Air Base Squadron of the IUPF has been put on high alert. All members who have been ordered to sortie, fly there immediately. Find the unidentified craft, then use your weapons to round them up and force them to land. If the hostiles counterattack, then you will...
What the hell was that? There's smoke! We're under attack. Numerous unidentified aircraft confirmed overhead. What? How is that possible? A tank farm to the north has been bombed. Many injured.
Scramble. All units, take off and eliminate the unidentified craft attacking the base.
Well, no plan survives first contact. So, take down bombers. Okay. All right. Briefing, tree. All right. Guess there's no option but to start. Okay, now we take a look. Stuff that we own. Ah, so can't use that. Let's see. Speed, air to air, air to ground. So better air to ground. About equal. Hmm. Yeah, I think the F-15 is probably our best bet, actually. So, high power air-to-air missile. I don't need a fuel air explosive bomb. And a hypervelocity air-to-air. Yeah, I think this is probably what we need to do right here. Oh man, I only got 4 infinite of flares. Yikes. Alright, let's give it a shot.
Mage Squadron, aircraft preparations complete. Stand by at the front.
Oh, I got a Wizzo.
Radar site's still silent. Scramble. Get those birds in the sky. We're sitting ducks. What's happening? Bombers incoming. Don't know how many.
Let's clear that runway. We don't got all day here.
Mage Squadron, head to runway. Column Squadron, take off. Link to Skykeeper. Hurry, Mage Squadron.
So I should have chosen the Falcon.
Your call sign is Mage 2. Verify and feedback.
Okay.
Mage 2, clear for takeoff. Your situation is tight. It's a hell of an incoming party, but we have faith in you. Good luck.
Oh.
Control, do me a favor and get that bird in the air ASAP.
Cadet, Column Squadron and your wingmen are airborne. Take off and form up with Mage 1. Mage 2, altitude restriction is lifted. Good luck.
Peculiar. Whoa. Looks like the harbor's taken a lot of damage.
Can't have any more casualties. Time to stop the bullshit. Mage 2, form up with Mage 1. All aircraft, let's do this. Golem Squadron, it's go time.
Roger that.
Column 4 understood.
This is the AWACS Skykeeper. Take down all unidentified bombers. They don't have many escorts. They hit our radars hard in the last attack. Expect the worst and stay sharp.
We'll go. Trigger,
Alright.
I'm your wingman. Fly with me now. That's what it means to be in an element. You gotta keep an eye out for enemy bombers.
There we go.
Okay, here we go. Looks like bombers have been located. It's showtime, Trigger. Let's see if you can handle the spotlight. You're a good pilot. So I told them. I had to fill an empty spot, so play along. It's still a leash, though.
Oh, yeah, that was a straight miss. Don't know why I did that. Okay. Whoa.
Confirmed down. Good job, Mage 2.
Not bad, Mage 2.
Oh, I have a limited time.
Radar, see if you can locate the enemy. There it is, sitting there all pretty, just waiting to be taken.
There it is.
You're way overhead. Let's go introduce ourselves. Watch out for the support aircraft. Locked on bandit. Fox 2.
Shit. Yeah, let's get to our target first. Wow.
Missed.
Target confirmed down. Looking good, Mage 2. Mage 2, target's in range. Pair of bombers.
Trigger, stay calm. You got this. I know the kid's shown some promise, but let's remember, he's still barely gotten his feet wet.
So they got the bombers, I think. There we go. Sexius, just trying to get through the first mission here of Ace Combat and not doing so hot.
Don't forget your special weapon. It's quick, but it's simple. H2, target down.
All right, go for guns.
Nice going, H2. Not too shabby, H2.
I mean, with the MiGs, I don't know about that. I mean, I'm a little professionally biased having been around U.S. Air Force and Navy a lot, but I don't know. I don't like the MiGs.
Mage 2, maintain your element with Mage 1. Do not break off. Mage 1, make sure he doesn't do anything stupid. Wilco. Golem 2, let's maintain element.
Copy that, Commander. I've got your six covered, sir.
Radio. Golem, Mage, 2 new enemy groups. This is HQ. Attention all combat groups. Are there any drones? Verify. Drones? Are you kidding me right now? Jesus, this is the kind of shit that really chaps my ass. UAVs. I can't tell them apart.
Oh, there he is. Nope. God, why can I not see this guy? God, these mouse controls are screwing me up so hard. I'm used to playing these flight games with a keyboard. I missed there both times. God. Alright, screw it.
H2, missile launch. Missile did not connect.
God.
Mage 2, locked.
Goodness. That took way too long. Oh, the blackjack. That's a 295 bear, I want to say. Oh god, where is it? Oh, there we go. There we go. This is a little better now. Go. Alright, jerk. We really want to do this today?
Bandit has a lock on me. On his tail.
There we go. Back to what I'm supposed to be doing.
Enemy's locked. Mage 2, missile launch. One remaining. Mage 2, keep your focus. You got this.
Yeah, we're gonna go for guns.
Hesitating for a split second could be the difference between life and death. Stay sharp, think fast.
Roger that.
Hmm? No. No, that's not good.
It's a Golem and Mage. Job well done. All bombers are down. Our radar shows no sign of bandits. You're in the clear.
An Ace Combat anime would definitely be good. The problem is, you know,
Good going, Mage 2.
what would you do aside from parrot the main series? I know there's a lot of side stories you could do.
It's just one sortie. Don't try to be a hero. I want you to make it back in one piece, you hear?
Yeah, I gotta side with the boss man on this.
Golem Squadron, this is HQ. Did you confirm any drones?
What's the deal with all the drones?
Golem 1, return to base and report for debriefing.
I am Princess Rosa Cassette Delise of the Kingdom of Erusia. Citizens of Erusia.
All signs Mage 2. Verify and be back.
Jets going zoom and boom.
For takeoff. Your situation's tight. It's a hell of a welcoming party, but we have briefing room.
Oh, this is a whole replay of it. I do not need to watch that all again.
Golem Squad. Take off and form up with Mage 1. Mage 2 altitude restriction is lifted. Good luck.
Carrier. Oh, looks like the harbor's taken a lot of damage.
Can't have any more casualties.
We are currently assessing the damage to the base. We have confirmed that the aircraft carrier Albatross was sunk. We know the attacking bogies were from Erusia. International Union peacekeeping force bases all over the Yusian continent were attacked in the same way. The damage is severe. Many wars are lost by failing to recover from the opening blows. That means successfully retaliating was very important. You may have turned the tides of battle here. You have our thanks.
If that is how I was flying, I need to go through flight school or something. Holy hell. Yeah, EW is extremely overrated, well, underrated, I should say. It's a vital component of modern warfare, but it's very difficult to model appropriately, or at least effectively. Okay, aircraft tree is unlocked. Upgrade parts. Cool. Right. Part of it's due to the fact that EW is so very hard to model. It requires, especially in games that try to do it accurately, like War Thunder, with the caveat that yes, War Thunder is inaccurate at the best of times, right? Um, it it comes down to, hey, how can you effectively spoof missiles? How do you model EW jamming to prevent an attack? What happens if, RNG says that, hey, your EW failed? How do you make that fair to the player? Is there a way that they can predict it or increase the performance? Um, it's not as simple as just like blasting out noise, even though that's technically what jamming is, just trying to flood the spectrum with enough stuff to, you know, make everything either seem the same or to disappear within the clutter. And it's very hard to show that. It's much easier to write about it in science fiction or modern military fiction. A little harder to actually do it in a way that makes sense to the player. But I need to use. Oh yeah, Pat Labor. That is an insanely underrated anime. I say seriously underrated, but I everyone keeps bringing it up as this is awesome. So maybe it's not underrated. That's just my opinion, though. So I do need to use the bathroom really quick. Just stand by.
of 1 p.m. today, the Kingdom of Erusia has declared war on the Osean Federation. As soon as the news broke out, enemy aircraft began bombing Osean territory, causing widespread destruction. The Air Defense Force has released a statement saying this violent attack was carried out by drones. They speculate the drones were secretly transported to Osea in shipping containers and launched remotely. The Secretary of the Navy has stated that the enemy was targeting naval ports across the country. According to the Secretary, all of the nation's aircraft carriers, including one
Yep, alright, I am
still under
speaking good.
construction, sustained severe damage in the
Ooh.
attacks. We have yet to hear back from the department as to the fate of Osean carriers currently at sea. Hold on, I've just received breaking news. The International Space Elevator, which is being built in southern Usia, has been seized by the Erusian army. Reports say former President Harling was touring the site at the time, but his current whereabouts are unknown. Our sources in government tell us it was Harling's policies regarding the space elevator that caused economic frictions in the area, and which ultimately led to this war. Located near Erusia, on the continent of Usia, the space elevator has been under construction for some time now. The Executive Office of the Osean Federation has declared a national state of emergency. They have ordered all its armed forces, including Usian peacekeepers, to mobilize and make the necessary preparations to launch an immediate counterattack. Ladies and gentlemen, our country is officially at war. Stay tuned for further updates.
Breaking news from ENN. Osea launched an attack on the capital today, striking Farbanti from their aircraft carrier, the Kestrel II. After a brutal battle, the Erusian Air Force successfully repelled them. During the air raid, the Osean Air Force fired missiles at the city and managed to shoot down a number of Erusian fighters. Some of the disabled planes then crashed into residential areas.
The world was screwed. 20 years ago, the Earth got slammed by an asteroid. Usia was on the wrong side of the planet and got hit. Hard. Refugees swarmed the Erusian Republic, the biggest country on the continent, plunging it into chaos. They were desperate and started a war, one they had no hope of winning. That's the war my dad fought and died in. The biggest nations from 2 continents went head-to-head, and the so-called righteous Oseans struck the deal that ended it. They fancied themselves the only nation that could bring peace and stability to the world. They even tried saving the Usians, still suffering from the disaster. That's how a space elevator, stretching way up into the sky, ended up being built in Usia, paid for by the Oseans. President Harling said he did it out of compassion for his fellow humans. But to the folks in Erusia, it looked like Osea was moving in to take over. Erusia went from being a republic back to being a kingdom. When they started this new war, they managed to get the drop on everyone. The second the declaration hit the news, Erusian forces took control of the space elevator without spilling a single drop of blood. President Harling was touring the elevator when it happened and disappeared. Then, while that was going on, the Erusian ships that were docked all around Osea released a swarm of drone fighters they had hidden on board in containers. No one thought they were capable of doing what they did that day. With pinpoint accuracy, they managed to take out everything that was military, and not a single civilian was hurt in the process. Osea pissed lots of people off with their huge military presence around the world. Erusia didn't have the same reach, but they could hit their targets faster and cleaner. And when all this was going down, I just so happened to be in my flying drag racer. In case you were wondering, yeah, I survived. I crashed in a bombed-out Osean Air Force base, then got arrested for breaking wartime aviation laws or some crap. The world went from being at peace to being at war, all in the blink of an eye.
I am Princess Rosa Cassette Elise of the Kingdom of Erusia. Today, Osean airstrikes have shattered the lives of countless Erusians. Their attacks practically leveled the school I went to. It's heartbreaking.
guilty and stuffed into a cargo ship. For company, I had some court-martialed soldiers. And remember those mothballed planes I told you about before? They were loaded on the ship too. We headed off down south for several days, and then swung east. That's how I got here. I was thousands of kilometers from Erusia, on the opposite side of the Yuzian continent. For a port, it was dull as hell. It had 3 rusty patrol boats, and the base? The fences were topped with razor wire, the tower had a searchlight and machine guns, and a truck with a gun turret was parked in front of the gate. Its gun was aimed at the yard. This was a prison. This place looked like a full-on base, but half the tanker trucks were just big balloons, and the runways weren't even paved, just painted on the dirt. The whole place was just one big fat lie. The only reason I was here is because they knew I'd restored a supersonic plane. They wanted me to make something out of the mothballed planes they brought, that they could park on the fake runway. Can you believe that shit? So, I tried to escape. They found out, and set the dogs on me.
Oof. That's never fun. All right, what do we got?
Erusia has made a declaration to the Ocean Federation and all countries on the Yuzian continent stationing the IUN peacekeeping force that we are now at war. Right after the declaration was made, surprise attacks began around the continent that have inflicted major damage to our armed forces. Forces aligned with Erusia are currently appearing throughout Yusia. The combination of these forces has overwhelmed the majority of the continent, and they are now encroaching on us in the east. Additionally, the multinational space elevator has been seized by the Erusian military. After the previous war, the space elevator became both a symbol of peace and a valuable asset in the fight against growing energy concerns. Whoever has control of it will have enormous influence over the entire continent. We cannot turn a blind eye to this critical situation. The Fort Gray's Air Base Squadron has been entered into the order of battle to reclaim the elevator as an advance element. First, you will attack all hostiles coming in the east of Schofield Plateau to stop any interference with the Allied ground troops. The enemy has deployed several vehicles equipped with anti-air radar along the roads. You are to destroy them. They should not pose much of a threat. However, there is a high likelihood that the attack will draw more enemy air support. If that happens, fight them off swiftly and establish air superiority.
Interesting. Okay. But yeah, I did see that Russia was able to take control of the Ukrainian drone. Not surprising considering the accelerating EW war between them along the front lines. And yeah, I mean, cargo ships are, well, that's certainly a method. One of the ways the Ukrainians were able to destroy a significant amount of long-range aviation was they basically had several containers full of FPV drones parked off near major Russian air bases, and they were able to launch them up with very little warning and destroy a significant amount of early warning aircraft, airborne refuelers, and bombers. And that only took place, I think, 2024, 25 maybe? So yeah, Ace Combat is definitely prescient in providing the idea of containerized drones and using civilian vessels as cover for military activity. Let's see. All right, so destroy enemy ground facilities. Radar vehicles. Anti-air guns. All right. No air targets, only ground. Yeah, I can't help but think I'm gonna have to do contain Aircraft weapons, aircraft parts, aircraft tree. All right, let's take a look at the aircraft tree then. There's aircraft tree connected by lines, things I can get. So what do we got? So F-14D I can't get. All right, CF-44. All right, I see now. I see how this aircraft tree works. Looks like all of the fighters here have all their stuff unlocked. It's a Gripen, Su-33, MiG-31. Sukhois, piece of crap. AIC. So there's some stuff that needs to happen. Yeah, so we have kind of a NATO. Ooh, YF-23, interesting. F-35C, holy crap. And the 22A all the way at the end. Where the heck did the... Yeah, I got the Raphael. Got the Su-30. Oh, the Felon. Jesus. Yeah, it's like F-35C out of nowhere. Interesting. But yeah, I think we'll go ahead and get this just in case. Yeah, that seems super fast to me, so we're not going to do that. CFA 44, Nosferatu, F-15 SM. Yeah, that's a pretty good one. $110, 4 AGMs. Yeah, we're gonna go with the F-18 for this round. In high capacity, air to air. Lock up to 4. Long range air to surface. Made for clustered ground targets. Yeah, because I think my standard missiles can take it out, pretty sure. But we're gonna go with the air-to-ground lock missile, just because this does technically have it. Do I have any parts? Yeah. All right, purchasable with MRP in the aircraft tree. These parts power up your aircraft and special weapons giving attributes. Okay. Yeah, I can use that for acceleration. That'll be good. All right, so let's try it now.
Mage Squadron, Zordy, ASAP.
Goodness, I'm leaning over and my model is flipping the F out.
Current target is on rails.
Okay.
Still military vehicles and anti-air weaponry. Destroy the target. But HQ has made it clear that no harm should come to civilians and no damage is to be done to public facilities.
But, any aircraft shot down could land in civilian territory.
No point arguing. That's how war is these days.
Do you have visual on the anti-air radar vehicles? They should be close.
Yep.
Locked. Targeting range of guns.
Let's try it.
Intercept! Fire the AA! Fleet our vehicle out of there!
There we go.
Off now, Trigger. War has officially begun.
Yeah, it's using the terrain to mask. Terrain.
Missile away.
Locked on! The anti-air radar vehicle's been destroyed! Go for the radar car!
Target destroyed. 5 to go.
Get the fighters out there! Attack the radar vehicle!
They got their anti-air guns aimed right at us.
Steady! Being attacked by enemy aircraft! We're using the containers now. Those weapons are meant for tactical flexibility. Requesting permission to move the vehicle. We can't wait any longer. We need interceptors now. We don't have any anti-air weaponry in place yet. We can't put up a decent fight.
Target destroyed. 3 to go. Continue to engage at your discretion. Enemy interceptors inbound. Prepare to
All right.
engage in 30 seconds.
Wilco, here they come. Take them down. Okay, recruits. Pay attention to who's on what side. The newest IFF is connected to our entire force via satellite.
Ooh.
It's reliable, so trust your
Oh.
radars.
Missile.
Element 1, Box 2.
Ooh, rifle. Haven't heard that one in a while.
Trigger, there's one more to go. Page 2, box 2.
Whew.
The clouds don't just affect your field of vision. They also mess with your HUD and radar. The thievers can sometimes lose their lock onto their targets, too.
That was a miss. Where is it? Where is it?
Page 2, walking.
That's another miss. There we go. It's a little better.
Just worry about staying alive for now.
Attack helicopter. Dead meat.
Box 2. Miss. That's a miss.
Miss. Oh, come on.
Page 2, locked. Page 1, launching. Bandit is in my sights. Box 2. I'm in his blind spot. He's mine.
All aircraft. Residential area is below you.
Hey, so you want us to take down the enemy without damaging any public facilities? That's gonna be a circus.
Oh, yikes, yikes, yikes. Where am I going?
Locked on Bandit.
Where even is up? Alright, that's up.
Golem 2, you can't go after every target.
Okay.
2, locked.
This is... Well, I'm Maid Squadron, not Golem, but...
Bandit evaded the attack. That
Ooh.
was the last radar vehicle. Great work.
That was subpar. I just slammed right into the ground.
The interceptor shows no sign of retreating. Take it out. Continue with the mission. Crush as many as you can.
Enemy transports are taxiing.
Missile launched. All right, this base is worth destroying. 5 targets remaining.
Ooh. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't do that.
Their allies on the ground were taken out. Can't say I blame them. Targeting range of guns. Page 2, target destroyed. Lock acquired. 4 targets remaining.
Oh!
Keep your mind focused.
What the heck did I explode?
3 targets remaining. Enemy transport destroyed. There's more.
Some kind of freaking accordion? They got it. Oh crap. That's not good.
What happened? Status report. Multiple bogies on radar. They're close. Wait, they're being launched. You're clear to engage. They're probably hostile. Judging by the way they look and move, they gotta be drones. Well spotted, Cloud. No doubt about it, we're dealing with UAVs. But that doesn't change a thing. Just think of them as somewhat clever decoys. Take them all down. These drones have great agility. All aircraft. You know what high G turns are, right? Use them. HQ, this is Column 1. Bandits confirmed as UAVs. Repeat, bandits are drones. Column 1, that doesn't matter. Destroy all enemy fighters and get out. It doesn't matter? He's saying the war can change in an instant. Get over it. Yeah, I just wish they'd give us a bit more warning.
Shit! I got an enemy in front of me and behind me.
It's a close thing, you better make it. H2 locked.
Oh my. Oh. That was dumb. Time to zoom and boom.
Column Squadron, surround him. He's mine. He's not getting away.
There you are.
I'm getting a warning.
Get out of the clouds. The ice will melt. Column 2, the enemy's reading you. It's a close thing. You better make it. Watch your tail. Enemy behind you.
God. These things are so slow, I can't get them.
He escaped into the clouds. H2 enemy has lock on you. Enemy UAV confirmed destroyed. Hell yeah. Column Squadron, you're not gonna let Mage get all the glory, are ya?
3 enemies to go.
This one's mine. Don't try to read their movements. I'm buying dinner for anyone who
There we
takes
go.
down an enemy.
There's a bar I want to try.
You're doing good. Just 2 more. Feels like I'm riding a roller coaster up here. Yeah, lock on you, shake 'em. Way to go. Let's get through this without any casualties.
Let's try and see if I can take a gun kill.
Unbroken by the clouds.
Rising up.
H2,
Screw it, missile.
TP. No casualties. We couldn't have done any better. Returning to base.
I don't know. Maybe the bandits we took down caused civilian casualties.
No point arguing. That's how war is these days. You shoot, someone gets killed. The guys in charge take care of the rest.
Not sure I'd go that far.
Current target is on rails, but there's still military vehicles.
You've given us air superiority by destroying their radar. The first barrier keeping us from retaking the space elevator is gone. Now is the time to group up and begin the counteroffensive. Let us reclaim what is ours.
43,000. Okay. Oh, C-17s are worth a lot of points. I should have killed more of them. However, that is kind of all the time I have right now. I still need to do some stuff for both my D&D campaign tomorrow, as well as just some overall general housekeeping stuff here at home. So let me get back to this. There we go. Caddy, Sexiest, thank you so much for joining me today with my first little attempt at Ace Combat. I'm proving very rapidly I'm not actually a pilot, but this is still a very enjoyable game for me. Let me see if anyone is online that I can raid really quick. Let's see, Cyanisis, Tyria, Admiral, and Habu. Ooh, Admiral Trina is there, but she is currently doing looks like a museum tour, so I don't think that's probably the best idea in the world to do. Let's see. You know what? I'll raid Habu. That'll be fun. So she is a member of V Fleet as the SR-71, and she is a very lovely woman. So I will just raid you guys out to her, and hopefully we will be able to actually do something with this. So thank you all for coming with me on this little journey, and I will probably be streaming next week. Don't know what that'll be. I'll throw up a poll on Twitter if anyone's interested in, giving suggestions. So good evening and have a good day wherever you are. Hope you guys learned something at least a little bit interesting with my ramblings today. Thanks for stopping by.